Hello there, Sagittarius. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are celebrating by having a special full moon in Capricorn Tarot Reading. So this is a wonderful energy that will actually, we're kind of already in the shadow period of it, but it occurs on Monday, July 3rd. And it's a great time to think about the more practical matters of life, especially if we've been neglecting them. Okay, so at this time, material success and accomplishments may seem to be a little bit more important to you than usual. And this can be really hard when you're spiritually minded, right? It may feel sometimes like in the spiritual world that ambition and material success are kind of like dirty words. But the key here is to learn to have balance between what we personally desire to be able to hold or experiences that we would like to have with our responsibility to others and to the planet. And that is truly the essence of having balance between the practical and spiritual worlds. So today we are going to take a look at how this full moon in Capricorn can help to bring that balance into your life. We're going to take a look first at what you have accomplished since the new moon in Capricorn back in December. And then these cards are just like flipping around. We're going to first take a look at the accomplishments that you have had since the new moon in Capricorn back in December. And then we'll take a look at where you may be asking too little of yourself, or, what truth are you neglecting that is preventing you from having the material success that you are looking for in your life. And then we'll take a look at what advice that Spirit has for you to help you to put your greatest wish, your wildest dream out into the universe and to take action on bringing it in for you. All right, so let's take a look first at your overall energy. We have Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. I love that. And faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Really interesting. Sag, I feel like you're making a big shift, a big change. And with the faraway places, it could be just a mindset, okay? Of yes, I do want material success. I do want some adventures in my life, and understanding that it's okay in the spiritual world to want those things. It's not a dirty word. It is, you are to experience and have all of those things that your heart desires. It's also about understanding where are you wasting things, okay? But understanding that even when we feel like we've wasted time or energy, resources, that there's really nothing wasted if we take wisdom away from it. It's kind of like if you find that, you've been overspending in some area, and then it's this reflection of why am I overspending in that area? And you gain some wisdom out of it. You understand that perhaps you were overspending in that area or overindulging in a certain area because of some past wound, and you allow that to come up, the feelings around that to come up and to heal. Then it's kind of like, yeah, that was a great experience. You may have wasted time, energy, resources on something, but you gained something too. And that's what I think is really kind of interesting. The energy of that coming out is you could be kind of like, there's a little bit of this energy of regretting, like spending money on something that didn't bring you the happiness or joy that you really wanted, or something like that. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, then maybe I don't deserve to what the next thing that I really want, because I wasted time, energy, or money on something in the past. Very interesting energy there. We all kind of like, perhaps it was something that was spontaneous, that you did. And now you're kind of like, yes, I'm the wisdom that I'm learning out of that is that I shouldn't spend money on what my heart truly desires, or I shouldn't do things spontaneously. I think the answer, the true wisdom is really deeper than that. It's kind of like, why did you do that, right? That's where the insight is. It isn't that I shouldn't right? Because that's a word we don't want to use. I shouldn't have spent money on that. I've learned my lesson. I shouldn't spend money on frivolous things, right? But it's kind of like, well, obviously there was a reason you wanted that, right? And then why weren't you happy once you had it? There's something deeper, I guess, what I'm saying. Yeah, let it go, Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's something to let go. I feel like you spent time or energy. You could have even spent time and energy like trying to build a business or, buying a home, something like that. And then it didn't work. Either it didn't work out or it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm just holding back all of my energy, because I feel like you have this opportunity. It says, get ready for new horizons. You have this wonderful opportunity coming in. It's understanding, okay, you deserve all that your heart desires. You deserve to be able to go in new directions if you want to, and not necessarily try to constantly keep yourself safe. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. Let's see what we have here. The first thing we're asking about is, what have you achieved in the last 6 months, right? You have Knight of Wands and embrace this magical moment. Okay, once again, I feel there is this energy where you had you took spontaneous action, okay? So, you could have been shopping with friends or something like that, and you purchased something, maybe a pair of shoes, a new outfit, perhaps maybe even a new car, who knows, something. You purchased something perhaps, or took some action that was very spontaneous, didn't have a lot of logic behind it, but this was a magical moment. Okay, I feel like you were kind of like, oh my goodness, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm going to take action on it. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, there's some truth. I feel like you have the logic that what's happened here, what you have learned from this situation, because we're looking at what you have achieved, is that you may have taken action on something, okay? And it may be in the past, okay? Not in the last 6 months. I think in the past, something happened, you took action on it, it didn't work out. This time, I think your accomplishment is more in the fact that when an opportunity came in, you were taking a look at it carefully, okay? Courageously. You were looking at the situation logically, not just jumping in. You took a little bit more action. But I feel also like you held yourself back, like you didn't put yourself completely into the situation. So you held yourself back a little bit. The insight that you're gaining out of this is that there is this balance that you are finding between taking spontaneous action, inspired action, right? And also doing the fact finding behind it. Doing the research, looking at it logically, perhaps hiring a professional, like a financial person or a lawyer or something, before you just jump into something. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to have either take the time, okay, to really look at it, or have the courage to ask somebody that's trustworthy to have a look at it for you. Really, I feel as if that is part of what nothing is wasted. That a situation in the past, long time ago, may have brought you to the point where now you are balancing out that sense of spontaneity and also logic, which is a great balance to have. So let's take a look now at what you are asking too little of yourself. What truth do you need to realize here? Deeper insights are at hand. Oh my goodness. And the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you have the Strength card coming out twice. So it's having the strength to look at this at a deeper level. Okay, so the energy I'm getting is that I think there's really like 3 scenarios. You are truly evolving, okay? So in the past, you could have taken action without truly doing your research, okay? You could have bought a car and you didn't do any research on it. You just went to the dealership, fell in love with the car and bought it, okay? But maybe you didn't look at how it functions for you or for your family, your lifestyle, right? Maybe it was a 2-door convertible that you fell in love with, but you have 3 children and, you know, a partner, and you have to go to the grocery store and this car has like no trunk, you know, and the whole family can't fit in it, right? Or perhaps you purchased it, but you didn't realize that the insurance on it was twice as high as your previous car. Something like that, right? So you took action on something and then it was a mistake. So then you went, I feel like in the last 6 months, you've had another opportunity, right? A great adventure came across, but you may have looked at it too logically. You're balancing this out. I love this because I feel like you may have had an opportunity, but then you looked at it very logically and you may have held yourself back from actually taking action. Or if you did take action, you may have not put all of yourself into it. So now it's kind of interesting because I feel as if you're looking at this in a new way. You're having a new, I feel like you're coming towards the end with a full moon. You're coming towards the end of a cycle. You're getting ready to start a new cycle, right? And this time I feel like you have an opportunity, but it's about having the courage to look at deeper insights as to why you want to take action, right? I feel like you took action without thinking about it. Then I think you may have taken action, but you may have overthought it and not allowed yourself to really put all of yourself into it. So you went back to the dealership. You first bought the convertible that the family can't fit in. So then it was like, okay, I need a new car. The next time you went, okay, you had the King of Swords energy perhaps, and you bought this super practical minivan, okay, that the whole family can fit in now, and all the groceries, you know, and it's safe and it's completely logical, right? And now I feel like, but you took it home and you don't like it. You know, you don't like the color of it. You don't like the way it drives. You know, you don't like the way you feel when you're in it, right? You're kind of like, yeah, this is too logical. So now it's about balancing it out. And I love this full moon in Capricorn is all about balancing what we desire, okay, and what is responsible. Because the spirituality part is what's responsible, you know? So I feel like you're getting a third shot at something, a third shot at a car or a business, a relationship. This really more tangible things that you want to experience or you can hold. But let's go back. So now you're going to the dealership for the third time, okay? And perhaps you find, okay, this vehicle that is fun to drive. Okay, maybe it has some ability to go off-road or something like that. So it's fun to drive. It's in a color that you absolutely love, right? Perhaps it has a sunroof that gives you the feeling of being in a convertible, but it's really not, right? The whole family can fit in this, and everybody loves it, right? It's kind of like, yeah, okay, now we have kind of balanced the fun and also the practical side. It's having a look at the insight here is having the courage to take a look at this again. What drove you to buy the convertible in the first place? You know, was there some deeper insight, okay, that you really wanted a car that the family couldn't fit in? Were you hoping to go back to a time when you were young and carefree and you could have the top down and allow your hair to blow in the wind, right? Is there something about what you were looking for in the convertible that is missing in your life, okay? But that you were trying to bring back in your life through the car instead of taking a look at what it is that you are truly missing in your life and then kind of dealing with that truth, right? And then it's kind of like, yeah, then you kind of, okay, well, I feel foolish buying this car, so now I'm going to go to the other end. But understanding that you can have what you desire, right? Understanding that it is about finding the balance, but it is about understanding also what is driving your dreams, okay? What is driving your dreams? What is the true desire there, you know? Yeah, is it a desire to kind of be recognized by other people, you know, or acknowledge when you're driving down the road in, you know, the flashy convertible? Like, you like the attention, okay? If it's that you like the attention, right, then maybe it is about finding that attention more in the energy of, you know, your purpose. Stepping more into your purpose, being acknowledged for your spiritual gifts and talents instead of just what you own. Yeah, there's something really deep there, Sag. So I would just take a look at that, because your advice here about what's holding you back from asking the universe for what you really and truly desire, right, is this confusion about, are you ready for more? You know, this confusion of, am I, you know, perhaps part of buying the convertible was this fear that you're not sure you want to step into being the responsible type of parent, all right? Or this fear that you are too responsible and you want to be more of a fun parent. Perhaps you were wanting your children to think that you're more fun than you are concerned that they think. You know, you may feel like they think you're nothing but, you know, the rule maker in the home, and you want for them to see you as more fun. It's about taking a look at what is really driving this, okay? Because I feel like you can bring the feeling that you are really looking for. I think you purchased something, or you took a step in a direction in order to try to have this experience, okay, to fill a hole that you may have, right? But you were trying to fill it in a way that it really couldn't be filled. It needed to be worked on in a different matter. So in other words, you know, if you were buying the convertible so that you could feel younger, perhaps the real thing here is that you are concerned about your health and that you're getting older and you can't do as much. And so maybe it's not about buying the convertible, but maybe it is about, you know, taking better care of your body, of understanding, okay, yes, I'm going to eat better. I'm going to exercise more. Why is that important to you? Well, because my children, I want to be there for them, or my grandchildren, right? I want to be there for them. Understanding that there's something deeper here that maybe you just haven't taken the time to take a look at, the courage, okay, to take a look at. And understanding that you could have been putting a Band-Aid. It's almost an energy of trying to put a Band-Aid on something and it's not working. Yeah, you have the devil. Yeah, and then you have the 9. I feel like you're kind of really wanting to do something based on an energy of doing it your own way. But it's because you're not allowing yourself to have the courage to look at why you want it this way, or what you want to do. Yeah, this is bringing you a lot of inspiration. Yeah, you're blocking your own celebration. You're blocking your own celebration because I feel as if it's almost like you're taking, you have all of these options that you think are the solutions to the deeper issue, right? And they're all on a dartboard, and you have a dart, and you're throwing darts, right? You're throwing darts at the stars. You're throwing darts at what you think are the solutions to the problem. You know, I want to feel younger, so I'll go buy a convertible. That, you know, and I'm just kind of generalizing here, but it's kind of like you throw the dart. Oh, buy a convertible. Okay, I'll go buy a convertible, and that doesn't really help the problem, right? So then you take another dart and you throw it at the board, and maybe it's oh, I'm gonna go get a makeover or something like that, and then you take action on that, but it's not bringing you exactly what it is that you're wanting. So it's about really and truly going deep. What is the true essence of why you are wanting, desiring, taking these actions that aren't bringing you the result that you are looking for? Because it is time for you to move forward, to get this inspiration, to understand that you have a lot of options, but it is about discerning those options and understanding the deeper insight in those options. Wow, really deep. Sag, this is a really deep reading. Yeah. I love this because I feel like you are really, when you allow yourself to contemplate, meditate, go within, you can see the truth of what it is that you are truly desiring, okay? What is really going on here? Very interesting energy. All right, let's go to the Soul Truth card. So let's get you some final advice here. And Sag, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Yeah, who can I serve today? I feel like there is this little bit of energy of you're trying to figure this out, and I think what you're doing is you could be trying to just almost like purchase, okay, or placate a feeling that you have for yourself. It's really about stepping into your purpose. It's about asking yourself. I feel like you're trying to fill a hole, okay? Some deeper hole, because you have the deeper insights, right? Some deeper hole. It's about shifting into your purpose. It could be that you actually went too far to the material side, and it's about balancing this in the spiritual. In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you? Who needs your help today, right? Yeah, so it's kind of like stepping into this energy of understanding that perhaps something that you have been trying to solve, this hole kind of maybe in your heart, this hole in your soul, this, this essence of, yeah, there's something that I'm desiring that I feel like I'm missing in my life. And it could be that you've been trying to purchase things or put yourself in experiences that will bring this feeling a little bit to the forefront, right? You could have gone through purchasing a couple of different cars or changing jobs or changing relationships, right? The truth is, none of that was a waste because it's helping you to see these deeper insights of what it is that you really want. And I feel like it's leading you to your purpose. A beautiful reading because I feel like this full moon in Capricorn, we also have the North Node moving into Aries, July 17th. That's coming up very soon. This is really pushing you into how can you serve others? Kind of like where can I put my gifts, my talents, my abilities, my resources in order to help serve others? Wow, beautiful energy here, Sag. I'm really excited because I'm to see where this goes. I think for some of you, this full moon in Capricorn is helping you to highlight, okay, what it is that you would like to do with your talents and abilities, your resources, your time, your energy, how you can use that moving forward to help others, but to also bring you material success, to balance that practical and spiritual side. Wow, beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.